All right, so I saw this post and I kind of thought it was interesting. I thought I tapped into it before, but I guess I didn't. DeMarcus Cousins, every time I hear a top five all-time point guards list, Chris Paul is in it, and I'm not sure why, right? I think this stems from DeMarcus Cousins not liking Chris Paul because whether you think Chris Paul is or is not a top five point guard, I think most basketball people or most people that know basketball know that there is an argument for Chris Paul to be a top five point guard of all time. Like, we can't sit here and pretend that Chris Paul wasn't the best point guard in the league for a while, right? I'm gonna go through a list of guys that would be considered top five and just go through. Go through a little argument for each. So this is the list that I comprised of the top point guards to ever touch a basketball. No order. I want to say that again. No order, right? I left some of the older guys off there because I just, again, this is my list, right? And if you think I'm missing somebody, drop it in the comments who I might be missing that is a top point guard to ever have touched a basketball. But on here you have Magic Johnson, Steph Curry, Isaiah Thomas, the Big O, Jason Kidd, Steve Nash, Russell Westbrook, Chris Paul, and John Stockton. Now, why I think each of these players have a reason to be considered in the top five, I think it depends on what you're looking at, right? From what standpoint. If you look at from rings, only Magic Johnson, Steph Curry, Isaiah Thomas, the Big O, and Jason Kidd have a ring, right? If you're looking at from MVPs, only Magic Johnson, Steph Curry, the Big O, Steve Nash, and Russell Westbrook have regular season MVPs, right? But then if you're looking at statistics, Chris Paul is number 2 in assists and steals, and John Stockton is the all-time leader in both assists and steals. So if you're looking from that standpoint, those guys would be, top five. If you comprise and combine some of those things, some of those accolades and stats and play and all of that type of stuff, you might come up with your own list. But I think these are all the guys that have a chance to be mentioned in the top five. Now, if your top five point guards is different, if you don't think Chris Paul is there, that's on you. I think there's an argument for each of these guys to be named in that list. So tell me, do you think I'm wrong? And who would be your top five point guards of all time? Talk to me.